Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Adam, and I review things. I review books, movies, podcasts, plays, whatever you want, basically, and whatever I want. I'm trying to become the most prolific reviewer of all time, which means the person who's reviewed the most things of all time. So I have a list connected to that of about maybe 500 movies that are considered to be some of the greatest movies of all time. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of them, 1930s Animal Crackers. Or Animal Crackers? Not Animals Crackers. It's a movie starring the Marx Brothers. And if you don't know the Marx Brothers, they're basically these icons of comedic history in film. There's Groucho Marx, Zeppo Marx, a lot of different ones of them. I think that there's basically about three of them. And the plot of this film is really not that important. There's like an explorer who comes back from Africa, and there's some party that's being given in his honor, and they want to unveil this painting, and the painting is stolen during the festivities of the party. What did I think about it? Uh, I have to say, I did not like it very much. I found, and it's hard to, it's not hard to say why. The reason I didn't like it is because there's a lot of, you know, a lot, you know why I don't like it. No, there's lots of, so Groucho Marx was probably a brilliant ad lib comedian, and he could be very, very funny. He could just sit there and talk. And this is all based on a play, like a Broadway show that they did, the Groucho, the Marx Brothers. So they he has this like very sharp wit, and he's going like a mile a minute. And in 1930 you can tell that these things that he was saying were very hilarious because uh, especially the she's not really a romantic lead, but she has most of the romantic attention from Groucho. There are times when he says something and the camera's focused on him, and you can see her face, and she's just like trying not to crack up. So people thought that they were really, really funny. The problem is the jokes are almost 100 years old. So a lot of the things you either have to think very hard about and you go, oh, yeah, that's what he's talking about. Or the fact that he wants to make love to a woman and she's ugly, not that funny now. I mean, maybe there's different ways that you can say that would be more funny now, but I think comedy, unfortunately, is not one of those things that translates well over time. And that's very, very sad because some of my favorite movies are movies from, 50 years ago, like The Blues Brothers or Ghostbusters. So those movies, well, 40 years ago, those movies are going to get less and less relevant as time goes on, unfortunately. But yeah, you can tell that he was a very brilliant comedic genius, basically. And the rest of the members of his troupe are pretty funny too. There's a scene where I don't know Zeppo. Zeppo, I think, is the silent one. I so um, he's playing cards with these pretentious ladies, and he's shuffling. And you know how you do this thing where you kind of, I don't know how to say it, but I'm showing it, where you take the two halves of the decks of cards, and you and then you put them together as you are like flipping through them, and that shuffles them. So basically he put the cards in two parts, and then he was doing this, and he would do that like repeatedly again and again. So that was pretty funny, but I think some of the things just didn't land, like him being very aggressive towards women. Um, you know, I think the funny thing was kind of the reaction, because they weren't like slapping him or anything. It was like, what is his problem? What is his problem? What is his problem? So maybe they were more tolerant of that kind of behavior back then, but I don't know. I don't know, because it doesn't seem like he seems like this force of chaos. Um, he's not yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the point of that was. So I can see how um, this movie was very influential because it was one of the first talking comedies. But basically, you have Groucho stand in front and deliver his lines and wait for a laugh. But it's a movie, so there's no laughs coming apart from the people on set who are trying not to crack up. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that it's one of those films that is important, but not necessarily that funny. And it kind of saddens me to say that because I have a similar situation with Charlie Chaplin films. Like, I really want to like them, but I don't find them that funny. You know, they might be interesting in different ways, but um, they're not funny. And it's crazy. Like, maybe there's some. Maybe it's the Second World War was the cutoff point to humor I find personally funny. Um, because I was watching Singing in the Rain, and some parts of that are they're not like knee slapping hilarious, but they're funny. Like you're like, oh, dignity, always dignity. My I watched that with my kids after my review of the movie Singing in the Rain, and they they started saying that dignity, always dignity speech in different ways. And I was surprised because I also kind of reacted in a really positive way to that speech, but they did too. But my son was watching this movie with me, and he literally did not look up from his tablet once, which I just put the movie on. I didn't really expect him to watch it, so don't be like iPad generation or whatever. The movie's not good. If you think the movie is good, maybe defend the movie in the comments section. Yeah, that's my review of Animal Crackers. I think I have another Marx Brothers to go, unfortunately, which is Duck Soup, but we'll see if I like that one better. Oh, before I finish though, one thing that might be a bit of an argument in favor of the Marx Brothers in their performance is that, as I said, this was all based on a Broadway show, and they wanted to reduce the time by a lot. So they basically, the producers just cut and cut and cut and cut and cut everything. So maybe not everything, but a lot of the show. So maybe it would have made more sense if the whole thing had been left intact, and then you could be like, oh yeah, I see what they were trying to do there. So maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen the Broadway show also because it closed in 1930 something, and I'm not a time traveler as far as I know. All right, so if you have some thoughts about the movie that I reviewed, which is Animal Crackers, leave them in the comment section. If you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel. I have 105 subscribers, so my goal was to have 100 before the end of Christmas. So maybe I'll do a stretch goal, like 150 by the middle of January. I think that's reasonable. So I'm looking for 150 new subscribers. Well, just total subscribers by the end of January. Yeah, and if you like what I do, I have a Patreon. Please check it out. It's very, very whimsical. All right, bye bye.